Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Tiffany. How are you? We do fiber arts, yarn podcasts, vlogs, anything on this channel. And today, highly recommended video, but we are going to be going through kind of like my yarn stash. I don't know if we can get through all of it in this one video. I think we might just go through the majority of my shelf and then maybe do like a part 2. There's so much hidden yarn just in my closet. We don't want to talk about it. We don't want to talk about Bruno. This guy has been with me forever, if you guys know the background of like all my videos. I'm just going to be talking about the yarn that I have in each of these like sections, as well as like projects that I planned on knitting with them, like things that I like, reasons why I bought them, kind of stories, and we'll see what we can get with the yarn that I have here. I'll start off with the first two. I also just wanted to say I'm wearing the Cumulus tee. It is in, I knitted it in Knitting for All of Pure Silk in putty. I've said it a billion times. I love it a lot. First one, low-key super exciting. This guy is kind of my Sandnes Garn yarn that I have. I don't have that much, but I wish I had more. It's just, it can get kind of expensive buying them all, but I do find that I love knitting with Sandnes Garn. Doesn't even have anything on here. This I bought in Victoria. It is just the Sandnes Garn Tin Silk Mohair in, I'm pretty sure, the white or the cream. I was gonna knit the hipster hat with this guy with the tauve that I also bought, but I ended up just using the tauve, and now I just have this random beautiful one skein that I don't know what to do with, and I don't know what to do with this. This guy I have two of. I thought this was putty, but like looking at this longer, I feel like it isn't, but I also don't have tags for them. I don't know why, but I bought 4 of these with absolutely no purpose in mind. I wanted to mix it with the Sunday cardigan, so this is what I've been using, and so I've used 2 already and I have these guys left, but I don't really even think I'm going to use it all. It looks pretty white here, like you can see the comparison. Yeah, I think I really need to stop just like randomly buying mohair. This is tauve. I like to rip off the bands, if you can see, because sometimes, I don't know if it's just me, but I'll like take off the paper just because it feels like I'm starting a project. I think I want to make some sort of like matching set with the hat that I made. We'll see, but it's really pretty. Honestly, I would love to buy another one of these and then maybe make like a honey pillow. I think would look so amazing. It just has like the right amount of heathering. I find that it's quite rustic. It's slightly, I would say it's like a sport weight, but you could technically use it in substitution for the Sandnes Garn Sunday, and I feel like, or any fingering weight yarn, and it would look really nice. So you're gonna see a trend in this video. You're gonna see balls of yarn that just kind of have like yarn vomit in them, and that is because I'll think of a project and like start kind of testing it out and then end up not liking it and then putting it back to the box. So this is Mandarin Petite. As you can see, yarn vomit, we love that. I had bought 3, went like crazy and bought a bunch of Sandnes Garn because it was like the first time I had really ever seen Sandnes Garn in person. It's just like this really nice cotton, 100%. I have no idea what I wanted to do with it when I bought it. This guy will just sit until I find something. Honestly, maybe I could make cami number 7. I could definitely make it with this. I bought Tin Lynn. So I also bought this in Victoria. Again, same thing. I wanted to try out Tin Lynn. I wanted to try it because I was really curious. It has cotton, viscose, and linen, and I just wanted something airy. For some reason, I think I just wanted to make a lot of crop tops and like try out some things. So that's where you can see I try to make a pattern here, but didn't really come to play, so I might restart it again. So this is the Tin Marinol, but I had bought this because there was a shop in Nanaimo that was having, they just had a box that had stuff on sale, and I found 4 of these and I was like, this is the deal of my life. And it would have been silly not to get them. Ooh, Ooh, back to Mandarin Petite. I guess I bought more. This is a more mauve-y color. I think I wanted to make another crop toppy kind of thing, but we just never got to like finding a pattern or like coming up with a pattern. I've got 4 creams. I think it's just like the basic cream color. I think I wanted to make the Friday slipover, and I still do. I think I would love to make it with some sort of like scrap yarn, so that's one reason why I got this other one. So I recently bought this one not that long ago. It's just their baby blue eyes color. I fell in love with it like instantly. I wanted to make like, because she has a scrap version with these colors and a red, but I didn't want to make the exact same thing, so it's either that or I make the honey wash bag with this. I don't know what this color is. I think it's one of the lighter pinks, and I had initially bought this one because I thought I was going to make an arrow sweater. So I like bought like this and another color, I don't remember, and I was gonna make an arrow sweater that I thought I liked the colors for, but when it came to me and I looked at them, I just couldn't really justify making it. So maybe this will be my honey bag. Ooh, 1 box done. Okay, next box. So this one is kind of more miscellaneous, but more of my nicer hand-dyed yarns and stuff. So this just holds all of my Camellia Fibre Co. yarns. I have still yet to convince myself to make the hazel sweater with this guy. I don't know why, but I've just really been holding off on it. This color is gorgeous. Like, if you guys can just see how beautiful these guys are. It is in the color Dahlia. This is the Merino Sport, and then this is the Mohair that is in the Dahlia as well. Next stuff. Oh my gosh, this is hilarious. This is a frogged piece, the Weekend V-neck slipover. I thought that it was a little bit too thin when I was knitting it with just the Mohair and Ecolana yarn, and so I scrapped it in hopes that I would be able to pick it up again, but I haven't, and so this guy just sits in this box. I'm hoping to maybe dye some brown yarn and then knitting it in the future, because I feel like it would be a really fast knit because it's on 5.5. So this is some yarn that I got from a subscriber. It is a walk knits? I don't know. Tough sock and kid mohair silk. This one is camel and propolis. It's honestly, I will say, just like too beautiful to knit with. I love how they just look like. I kind of just want to keep these skeins in my stock, you know, just to like have, because they're so nice and beautiful. And I just never got to thinking of a project that I could make with this. I don't know why, but having 1 skeins really do trip me up, which is funny because that's something I want to get better at, is just being able to make something with 1 skein. And okay, now looking at all my yarn, I have like a yarn problem. So this guy is my Briggs Little Sport that I had bought. I love these guys so much. I think it's because they're in hanks that you have to really commit once you wind them into cakes. I have really been wanting to get more Briggs & Little. There's this website called Wool Trends, and they have like the cheapest Briggs & Little I've ever seen. They're like $5. So if you're from Canada, it's like really cheap because they're like right by the Briggs & Little farm, or like where they ship them out, I guess their factory, if they have a factory. I was obsessed with these colors when I got them, so hopefully in the future you can see a haul, because they have some nice Aran weight, like worsted weight, chunky weight. I find this yarn quite a little scratchy, so I've been a little bit hesitant, but they have really nice colors. I really want to buy more because they're like so cheap. $5 for 100 grams is like insane. I love that I just have a billion hidden whips, but this is my Stockholm V-neck. She just collects dust in here. I really should start her again. I don't know why we haven't. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is where my 5s went. Oh my god, I've been looking for you. I was gonna buy another set. I was gonna make another vest. So I made a vest. I don't know if you remember. Some yarn that I got from Knit Crate. I made a vest. I didn't like it, so I frogged it, and I'm planning on making a bigger vest with it. Because I had leftover yarn, I just haven't had the chance to get back to it. Oh my gosh, Tiffany, the amount of whips I have is insane. This is some yarn that I dyed from the Rit dyes. Don't know what I want to make with it, so she's kind of just been caked up for a really long time. Okay. Oh my gosh. Next quadrant, my crates. Some Noro that I had wound up into cakes. I was on this weird like winding craze. I winded up my Madara and then instantly was like, never mind, I want to wind up everything else. So this was my, I think Noro, one of them is Tenon and one of them is Kumo. This one is the cotton one, and this one is just like wool. This guy is so beautiful. I wanted to make a vest with it, but like I'm like kind of worried, like how many vests do I need? And then I was like, maybe I should make a sweater that's striped with this guy. And then I'm like, how many sweaters do I need? And then this guy, I was testing to see if I could make camisole number 6. So I had started it initially, but I felt like it looked a little holey. So either I'm gonna start it again or add a second thread. And then I think I actually have enough to do like the whole pant and short set with this guy. I felt that the single tone cami 6 sets were just kind of too bland for me, and I think this has enough variation that it would be really cool and interesting. Okay, next crate. I really should do more of these where I just like stack a bunch of like balls in here. This is the Pima Cotton by you know who. I had bought like a bunch of them in anticipation on making something with this, so the plan will be to be making something with it because I need to get rid of it because this is just too much. Oh my gosh. If you guys remembered, I talked about making a vertical stripe slip over, and this guy just kind of sits in here now. I do anticipate finishing this guy, but I don't know why. I've just been really lazy. I wanted it to, like, it looks really nice though, like looking at it like here. Oh my gosh, in the camera it looks, oh my gosh, I've actually done so much. It actually looks really nice. So the plan was I've only done the front. Actually, no, I've only done the back, so I need to do the front and then connect it. And now I'm looking at it, it looks really nice. Oh, Tiffany, I need to finish this. This guy is a Hobbii Twister solid yarn that I had gotten. They had gifted to me, and I had been meaning to make something with this. I just couldn't think of what to do. I don't know, I think I just got really in my head about how I should use up this yarn because there's so many, and I feel like I could just make something so cute. Like I just got like a bunch of different like colorful colors that I wanted to try out and make maybe like granny squares, but I feel like I get really weird about crochet, and I get worried that nothing's gonna turn out, so then I just never end up using it. I ended up making like this test square, and I just thought it was so cute, so honestly I really should keep going. They just like look like this, and I really like, they have like these little tabs that you can pull out, so it allows you to just pull from the center with these guys, and it comes with so much. Like it comes with 400 meters and just like this one thing, and like they're relatively cheap. Ugh. And then last but not least, this guy's in a bag, some Mohair and some other stuff that I got from, again, Hobbii that they gifted me. I have some leftover of this blue guy. All discontinued too, which makes me really sad, but they were really nice Mohair. This really vibrant blue that I have been waiting. I have some really nice blue dye that I want to dye up some yarn and then maybe make the sweater of my dreams with this color. So in one corner we have all so this is all my drop stuff, and then this is all of like my Mohair. I just like these organza bags a lot just because they're so fun. They're just like the funnest thing, and they just keep everything, and like I like that you can see it all as well. I won't show you guys the Nord because you guys already seen all the Nord that I got in the previous yarn corner, and they're having another sale. I don't know how they can have so many different sales. We have some like leftover from like previous purchases that I got. So I have some drops Flora. It's in like the pure white. I had an intention to make a cable knit sweater with this guy, but every time I would mix it with something, it just like never really turned out exactly how I wanted. So I've been like trying to think of other things to do. I have a bunch of Nepal. I had initially wanted to make a color work sweater with the Nepal that I had that was black, but I ended up just making a zipper sweater for my boyfriend. So this guy, I don't really know what to do with. It's definitely not enough to make a full sweater, but I can't imagine me making something else with this guy. They're very nice though. I really like Nepal. If you're on the fence about getting Nepal or Lima, I highly recommend them. They're really, really nice yarns. I actually do have some Lima. I have Lima right here. It's like essentially the exact same thing. I'm planning on using this on sweater 16. I really want to make a black and white version, and I think I just have enough to make this for the white parts. I have some drops alpaca, which I initially wanted to make something with it, but now it's just now I don't really know, so it's kind of just in the back burner, just like asking me like, why aren't you using me? I don't know. I think it's almost like too fluffy, too loose, I would say, that like working with it, I'm like, oh, I don't really know how this is gonna work out. And then I also have some drops Flora of the dark gray. I also have one of the light gray. I had initially wanted to make the Friday tee with it, but I was using this guy single-stranded and I just really didn't like how it was working up. I don't know why, but I don't, like, I got this far and then like wanted to stop. It was just like no fun to knit with, and I don't know why. So if you want to make something that's single strand with drops Flora, I don't recommend it, but I love mixing Flora with other things. So like if you wanted to hold it 2-strand or like with a Mohair or like 3-strand, it is my favorite to just add a little bit of like heaviness or like texture. And that is it with this guy. The really scary time, the Mohair. I will take out every single one and show you every single thing I have, because I love Mohair. So this is some yellow Mohair that I had gotten from Color Mart. I initially made the anchor tee with it and then decided I didn't like the Mohair with cotton. So I took it out and I just have so much yellow. Oh, look, oh, but the yellow looks really nice on me. I just don't have a project for it. I was thinking maybe, because I used, the crazy thing is that I used this Mohair to make the champagne cardigan and I have so much left over. It is redonkulous how much I still have. I bought the same yarn. I wanted to make a tank or like a slip over that matches exactly with the champagne cardigan. So I would have like a slip over and cardigan set. But this Mohair is really nice. I got it for really cheap. I don't know why it was so cheap, but I'm so glad I got it. But again, I'm not a yellow person. I've never really bought any yellow yarn. So, okay. So we have a billion of these. So I am planning on mixing this with this guy, and I think the color matches perfectly. I just, again, how many more size sweaters can I make is the question. So this is some beautiful Tilia yarn. I think this is in the juicy green color. It's so vibrant. I just like, whenever I see someone wearing this color, I like die. Like I gasp and then I die. Like it's so pretty, and I think the Mohair would just like make me look so beautiful. I just think this and like a black pant is so classy. Same with like the cobalt blue. I've never been into colors, but like ever since this summer, I have been in need. More. We have more. This is the brown that I need to make the weekend v-neck slip over. This blue, I was going to make the April cardigan, but I ended up not getting any blue yarn. So I might end up mixing this with a lighter blue and making another Cumulus blouse, just because the Cumulus blouse that I have is made with acrylic, and I just want to spoil myself. This is for my Stockholm v-neck sweater. I have a billion of these still. This guy has been with me for so long, and I love the color so much. I just cannot for the life of me find a perfect matching green for this, because I would make something. I would make the beautiful sweater. I would make the most beautiful sweater with this green. I just, for some reason, can't find anything to match with it. It just sits in my organza bag. More white. I don't know why. I just buy 5. I buy sweater quantities of Mohair just in case. Got a couple blacks. Probably gonna make the zipper sweater with this guy. And then I actually have some really little, I don't know, Hobbii textiles. It has a lot of Mohair in this like little container. I think it has like 280 meters of just Mohair. And I bought it because it was on sale. The last corner of it. This guy is definitely a lot more miscellaneous. This is just some Mohair that I had bought from Color Mart. It's kind of like thicker, I would say, than a normal Mohair. So I feel like I could actually just knit this singular by itself. Kind of putting this guy off because I want it to be a really nice piece. I just can't really think of anything to make with it because it is such a unique type of yarn. It's a really nice navy blue yarn that I have. I have like a bunch of these, which I really should make with something because I love navy blue. I just need to finish my navy blue Oslo sweater. So this is my leftover Dusty Artichoke. I have one panel of this guy, kind of too big, and I have been on the fence about finishing it, but it's beautiful. I've never done color work so beautifully before. Is leftover Simply Woolly worsted that I used for my louver sweater. This is some leftover that I have from the champagne cardigan. This is some leftover yarn that I have. I used it to make the holiday slipover with, and I think the chain knit worked out really nicely. Some really nice colors of some merino that I had gotten DK weight from Color Mart. It's really crazy to think that I know exactly where every single one of my yarns has come from and like which project I had used from them. This one I'm not gonna open. There's no way I'm opening this. I just have some black silk, some other stuff that I have from Color Mart, more Color Mart. I have some leftover yarn from my Wednesday sweater. This is the same merino as the previous yarns. And then I think this is some bamboo that I have from the typical tank. Okay, next. These are some granny squares that I made in hopes of making a granny square blanket. I still have that hope, but I just feel like I don't have enough of the main white color, so I've been putting it off and been really worried about it. This is a Color Mart yarn that I had used to make the Ingrid sweater. I had an extra hank and I had no idea what to do with. These are more just random hanks from Color Mart. I really do need to like find some sort of project to like use up all the hanks that I have from them. I initially wanted to do the spot sweater, but I don't know why I'm like kind of nervous. It like makes me nervous to make that one. So I was like, maybe I should make the sycamore sweater because like it looks like she has scraps I could use for the stripes. But then I've seen like a bunch of other scrap projects and I'm like, I don't know. But I think it really does take up a lot of room in that closet, so I think I'm being delusional by not doing anything. This bag holds more Color Mart. I bought like a really big cone. I think it was like almost 1,000 grams of this one green color. I hanged it and it looks really nice. I just need to find the perf color for it. I really like the look of it because it's fingering weight, just like double stranded. I think it would look really nice as something. I just haven't had the chance. But it's a really nice olive green or forest green. I don't know, but it's honestly a really nice green. This is yarn that I got from GT, hand spun yarn. I'm so into hand spinning. It's just this really nice, really eccentric yarn, which I really need to find a project because it's so beautiful. I have this other yarn from a subscriber. So beautiful, so chunky. I think it'd be really nice to make like a home good thing. Like maybe I could like crochet a heart with this, and I think it would be really nice. Or like a strawberry. I don't know. And I love the look of this. Wouldn't this be this would be such a pretty like scarf or something. I don't know. I think I get really scared with having just like one-off pieces because then I know that this is all I have and I can't mess it up. Yeah, so I think I went through all the things that are in this beautiful little shelf of mine. I will definitely be doing like a part 2 for the closet stuff and maybe like my crate and like other little boxes I have. I don't know if that gave you any inspiration. I hope this was a fun video to watch. I hope you're just as nosy as I am because I love watching videos like this, just seeing what other people have in their stash. Don't feel bad if you don't have this much yarn. You should feel bad for me for having this much yarn because it's like redonkulous. Hopefully I can like destash and like not buy anymore. I've been really good. We have been so good with not buying yarn and just using up what I have and being like super creative with it, and it's been really fulfilling and trying to figure out what to make with everything. Yeah, so my plan is for the last week of July, I'm going to be reopening a pre-order for the Spring Sweets collection because I know so many of you guys have asked for it to come back. I feel like so many of you guys have like seen it and like wanted to get stuff but then didn't end up getting anything for that pre-order. So I was thinking maybe of just doing like a whole week of pre-orders so that everyone can get it and like what you want will be available. I will be posting pictures of how the mohair looks like so you guys know, and I'll be hopefully dyeing very soon. I have like so many scraps and so many little jumbled things that's honestly really hard to keep track of, and sometimes it's really hard for me to figure out how much yarn I'm going to need or how much, like say I want to make a pattern, I don't know if I have the yarn. So a really great product that I have gotten recently is the MunByn scale. I have the thermal printer and they actually sent me their scale. It's super cute and it matches like honestly perfectly. It's really nice because it's really lightweight and really easy to use. You just press the on button, you tar it, you can change the different modes, so you can change like if you want grams or like ounces or mils or any of that sort of stuff. And so it actually opens up so it protects, I guess, the layer that you're going to be weighing stuff on. I don't know how I've been living without one. This one is really good for small things. So I actually use it to weigh out my dyes when I'm dyeing yarn. I use it to weigh out packages when I'm sending out stuff to the post office. Yeah, like if I have Arwetta yarn or something and I'm trying to make socks, I'll deviate and I'll wind up 25 and 25 grams separately and weigh it on there to know. So I can knit the exact amount that I need for each sock and not have anything like left over. Yeah, it's also just been really handy when I've been like winding up some hanks and I need to know that they're the right weight. I'll just make sure. So yeah, definitely go check it out in the link in the description. But yeah, thank you for staying to the end of the video. If you like this video, don't forget to comment, like, put on the notifications so you know when I post next. Yeah, and I'll see you guys in the next one.